Me.
You're now tuned in to Mentor Me.
Yeah. You wanna grow with me? Hey. Big what's poppin'? Yeah.
You already know what time it is, y'all.
About to have a good time tonight. We're about to talk about a real topic again. Another painful truth. Welcome to the painful truth.
Been a funny week, man.
Yeah.
You're now tuned into Painful Truth.
Painful Truth, hosted by Mr. Mentor Me.
Funny week. Productive week, though.
For sure. A lot of things going on. Did you see the brother with the 22 kids and all of his sex offenders behind him? Just what a world. As you guys know, man, every Thursday, man, we shop with everybody load up. Here's your boy Mike from Mentourme.com alongside.
Might be advised what's going on, y'all.
Painful Truth, hosted by Mr. Mentor Me.
About to let everybody load up before we talk and have a good time tonight, man.
Yeah, man.
Hey.
Yeah, y'all.
Shouts out to the person who made this intro for me, man. Boy, nasty. That's my boy right there. Shouts out to the brother. He made it's the same guy that did the intro for, of course, Joe Budden's podcast, man. Shouts out to him, man. Fire.
Yeah, so you might want to do a little once again.
There you go.
You're listening to Painful Truth.
Hosted by Mr. Mentor Me.
You don't want to mix it?
What's in it?
No, I just put that in the Sprite. Just, mix it so it will suck it.
Oh, man.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I think that's good right now. I think this topic's gonna be real good, man. It's gonna be real good. It's gonna be real funny.
Power on.
I think we're gonna have a fun with this one tonight.
Yeah, for sure. Let me see one thing before I continue.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, let me just see. I remember last week somebody was saying something about the words were backwards or something like that. Let me just see what it's looking like. We're good, right?
Yeah, we're fine. Okay, definitely be fine.
All right, people, what's going on? It's your boy Bob from Mentourme.com alongside.
It's your boy Mike the Advisor. What up, y'all?
People, we're talking about another painful topic of the night, people. The painful truth is what's going to make us better, especially when it comes to relationship, when it comes to life. People, we're talking about why men have kids with multiple women. A lot of people wanted to know this answer. Shout out to the woman that, of course, put this question together. And we're going to discuss tonight and talk about the painful truth about it. Why do men love to have children with multiple women? At the end of the day, again, one, it's an option, right? But we're going to go a little deeper than that. We all know it's a choice, it's an option, but we're going to go a little deeper because the truth is there's many levels to it, right?
Yeah, there is.
There's many levels to this, right?
Before we get started, though, I do want to shout out to some of the people, that support us, that stop me in the streets, that stop Bobby in the streets.
Hey, appreciate all y'all, man.
Even though you might see 1 or 2 or 5 people in here watching, there's definitely a crew of y'all that may be watching together or whatever.
Yeah, I'm behind the scenes for some reason.
So, but we appreciate you guys, man. Definitely we see y'all. We thank you for that. If you ever see us in the street, you just want to say, hey, I know you from this. Please, don't feel any type of way. We're very approachable. But yeah, it's good to know that people are watching. Get some information.
Yeah, it really does.
You might be on your shift. You might be with your people at work. Whatever the case is, we like to talk about different topics. Obviously, relationships is a good focus for us because we get a lot of engagement with that. But we'd like to talk about many different things as well. But the goal here is to just keep it brutally honest,
for sure.
And from our point of view as men, right? We can't speak for the minds of women, right? But that's the whole point of this is to say, listen, this is how we talk anyway when we're on the phone. So we figure why not bring this to you guys, right?
For sure.
Because these are normally private conversations.
Yeah, and that's just the honest truth, Mike. I mean, at the end of the day, the truth hurts. And
it does.
No matter what you're talking about, financial literacy, and we're talking about relationships, when we're talking about life topics, but that's how we're going to get better. Because again, you're talking to 2 gentlemen who are well educated, individuals who have been around when it comes to women. Okay, so we have a long record list of women we have dealt with, different cultures, nationalities, whatever the case may be. And I mean it when I say that because some men when they say different cultures, they think just black.
Yeah.
No, we're talking
different versions of the same thing. No.
We're talking Pakistan, Israelis, Poland. I've named like Ireland. Like, come on, that's like name. I've been around. You know what I'm saying? Like, we do this.
You've seen different mindsets.
But at the end of the day, the goal is not to. We're not bragging, but it's to really give individuals a dynamic, a journey, a path to better dating. When you really think about it, based on our experience and how we look at things.
And so look at it, Bobby. I think most people, especially most men, we know that there is an art when it comes to communication.
Oh, for sure.
Most people can't, they may have these thoughts, but they don't know how to articulate it, make it make sense, so somebody else can understand it. So
for sure.
That's just something we have as a gift of gab. So we figure why not just fill that void. But without further ado, why men have kids with several women?
Let's be honest, Mike. We know for sure a lot of men are just simply petty. They're just a lot of men are just simply petty.
We petty, Bobby?
Petty as a motherfucker. Let me tell you why. I'm gonna be real with you, right?
Damn.
Men sometimes have multiple baby mamas just because of the fact that I want to brag to say I have this culture, that culture, and some of them have this mindset where as long as I have a child with her, she might forever. No matter who she's dating.
That's how petty we are. So let's break down pettiness. Ladies, you have to understand how petty men are when it comes to sex.
True. It's true.
We don't think deep as you guys when it comes to because you're holding the baby, you're more emotional, you're much more involved with that emotionally. Us, we're very transactional, most of us, especially if a child ends up becoming part of it. But most men, when it comes to the men who are fit this category, who have 5 baby moms, whatever the case is, 4, 5, 3, whatever.
Or 22.
22, like we've seen this week in a few publications.
Wow.
We realize how petty we really are, meaning some men are just so petty that they just want to get her pregnant just for territory. Meaning, if, and most men probably can attest to this, but when we're on social media, 90% of what we do, ladies, I'm going to just be honest with you, I'm going to get you out again. 90% of what we do is, how can I say this? We scope the land, we double tap, we keep it moving, right? But in real life, when we see something, or let's just say we're single, this is for men that are single. When we're on social, we're sending each other, very beautiful women. And this is for the single men. And we're saying, oh my gosh, she's so gorgeous, I got another. Huh?
Imagine, never met her, don't know nothing about her.
Just because she's so fine, I gotta give it to her. She had my baby in first quarter.
And then some men even say this, that makes it like, oh, I swear to God, if I had, I wouldn't cheat no more.
I've said that a few times.
Men love saying that. Like,
I said that a few times. Bobby's like, hey, watch out, man, whatever. Yeah, I said that.
If I got a woman like that, I would not.
I said, Bobby, look, man,
she would be the one. You ain't never seen them not going out. Please, that's every man's first response to what they see.
Right.
Till they get in there and they get to realize, hold on, this woman has habits.
Correct.
Just like any other woman, but every woman carries different habits. So now the man is like, hold on. What I thought this was not what it is. Because women, I want y'all to tell, a lot of men are petty. They will just literally get you pregnant just for the simple fact, oh, you know what? My kid's going to have her hair and eyes. That's it.
Correct.
Knowing they don't want to be with you, knowing that they could care less what happens to you tomorrow. That's just the honest truth.
So another part of being petty is that men would, the reason why these men do this and why we do this as well is for ethnicity, man.
For sure.
Some guys just want mixed babies.
For sure. There's a lot of men.
It sounds ridiculous. It sounds asinine. But this is the
And
problem.
the child suffers when you think about it.
But this is the problem with just any community, with a lot of men who don't grow up mentally. Just because they grow in age doesn't mean they've grown mentally, emotionally. They're 40 years old and still little kids.
Correct.
And they look at
man boys.
Life. These are man boys, as we spoke about. And just because she's Hispanic, just because she's Trinidadian, or just because she's Irish, whatever the case is, you're like, man, our kids look so beautiful.
Yeah.
So now you're doing it just to get a byproduct, just because it's kind of like you're collecting items, right? Like it's a customizable, like
you know, it's a child though. Man.
It's a human being, you know.
It's a human being, and they still are immature mentally to believe and think. The reason I'm just getting, and then women too, we got to be fair too. Y'all letting it happen. So make sure that it's both sides playing this game.
Right, we know that.
Because there is contraceptives in this world. There is a pull-out game in this world, right? We're talking
but
why
this
men,
is on them.
To reset the room, we're talking why men have kids with multiple women.
Correct, let's reset.
Why do men have kids with multiple women? We're talking about the pettiness of it first. Men are just naturally petty.
That's it.
I just want to have
when it
my
comes
cake
to
and
sex.
eat it too.
Yeah, when it comes to sex, we're naturally petty.
I want to have mixed babies. I want to have a Puerto Rican child. I want to have a Dominican child. I want to have a Hispanic child. I want to have a child from Lebanon. I mean, I'm a Lebanese child. That's just what a lot of men do.
Yeah.
Knowing they're not going to take care of the child.
Man, boys.
At the end of the day, it's just a mindset. I just want to be able to say, oh, I have a child from, I don't know, she's from, my child, oh man, you know where she's from? Oh, this girl right here from, this woman right here from Switzerland.
Let me ask you a question. Why do you think Brittany really got pregnant?
I would love for her to answer, but I can definitely give my opinion for sure. And I like how you said that. Why do you think, right?
The reason I think is because one, he was caught up, right? He was one of those, oh my gosh, if I get her, I'm never gonna. But what was happening, we don't know what dreams she was selling him. But what happens is that, in the midst of the heat of the moment of sex, when two people are doing it, especially when a lot of times when I see it, this happens when a guy ends up achieving a goal and when it comes to women, that he never thought he would achieve. He gets a baddie he never thought he could really.
Oh yeah, that happens a lot.
You know what? I'm gonna pull the trigger. I'm done now. She's mine now. So now I have to deal with her forever. I get to deal with her forever. That could be a gift. That could be a curse.
Go ahead, continue.
Yeah, that could be a gift and that could be a curse. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I believe it's not like Brittany can't do it herself. He had to be the one to say no, I ain't pulling out. So I believe that he probably thought it was something real there. He fell for it, whatever that case is. There's a whole bunch of variables. But my point is that a lot of men.
Hold on. I mean, you got to realize too. They say women change when you have kids. They say women change during relationships.
Man, a man ain't pulled nothing like that in a while ever. He just got into some.
Could it be? I ain't gonna
so
lie.
he's like, no, let me go ahead.
I ain't never heard about it like that. I ain't gonna lie to you. I
He
never heard of him.
He got notoriety after he started messing with her.
Yeah. Then once he started messing with her, his whole name started just flying around. Because of the by theory child support she was collecting, which was a ridiculous amount. But again, I mean, $200,000 a month is a bit ridiculous. But could that be? That's there's a lot of men that fall into that. You have a lot of money. You ugly as hell. And you can't pull that woman on a normal circumstance.
Right.
And now because of your money's talking for you, you decide to get her pregnant. That's very petty. But there's a lot of men that do it. Knowing, here, go back to it again. They know that they ain't gonna take care of the child. They're gonna leave the woman with the child. I'm telling you.
So let's talk about it. You talk about we spoke about petty, but you're saying that that men who do this know they're never going to bear any responsibility.
Yeah, they're not responsible. You got to rethink. It's true. Let's really think about it. Okay, how many men get women pregnant and then leave the woman?
Yeah,
and then you got women that have this ego thing and pride thing. Oh, I'm not going to put her on child support. I don't need that. No, sweetheart. That system was built for a reason. I'm sorry. To me, that system was built for men who don't want to put themselves in the right position as a father and as a leader.
Yeah,
I'm sorry to say.
Pay that, bro?
Well, he got to pay that. Because to me,
bro.
7 days a week, we both had a child. You want to just disappear. That's cool if that's what you agree on. But again, we're going to be in that court system playing until we catch up with you. Because to me, I think it's fair. Because imagine waking up every morning, bringing kids on a school bus, feeding a child every day, prepping food, buying them clothes, dealing with their emotions.
It's a financial toll,
lot.
It's an emotional toll, it's a physical toll.
And you want the woman to just take care of everything 100% because of a 10-second situation with you. Because that's all it really takes. Once that 10 seconds is up, your life changed forever in 9 months. That's all it took. And is it fair to women? But women, we got to be fair too. Because again, when men are about to just release, body movements, sounds change. You know what time it is. Hey. But nah, instead.
Bro, it sounds better than it is, bro. Easier said than done. When you in that situation, you get loose, man. You don't give a damn about any of that. I know how it is with me. I be like, girl, you lucky I pulled out, cause girl. But you should have hit that moment. Ain't she doing it right? So I had a few close calls, boy.
Now we all know a lot of cultures don't like the rubber. They just loose. They like it raw and uncut. But cool,
Yeah,
I get it.
I mean, that's the best way.
I'm
That's how God made it.
So
That's how God made it.
here's the problem with the raw and uncut. Now who's going to be responsible for the decision that's after that?
And it's spurred the moment. We ain't think about all that.
And that's one of the reasons a lot of men know that, okay, well, me having children with so many women, it doesn't bother me because I don't have to take care of it. There's a lot of men, they know they don't take care of none of their kids.
Correct.
All these baby mothers have to go to work, wake up early, feed the kids, put clothes on the kids, be there for the kids because they're going to just disappear. And then when they're ready, tax season come about, they're ready to call your phone. They want to claim the kids.
Right.
That's a sad situation.
But it happens every year.
But it happens all the time. That's why a lot of men don't care. And it's not right, but it's just the reality. Men are not, a lot of them don't care. I'm not having no responsibility, so I don't care. I can care less getting her pregnant.
Right.
Because especially when they hear that, you got a strong family support. Oh, they're ready to just do what they got to do with you. They know.
Everybody in your family gonna take care of it.
Because they know they don't have to stand up for nothing.
Right.
But if a man knew he had to take care of that child, be there for that child.
So what about so you're saying that so you're basically telling me also that that aside from being petty and no responsibility, I believe is another point I want to talk about is just being reckless, bro.
Oh no, let me tell you.
I think, bro, listen, when you show me the dude who's flexing all his baby mothers this week, and people who didn't.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
He had about 22 something. We don't know if it's true or not.
Yeah,
he said these are all his women.
Yeah.
Right? I don't believe that. But let's just say it is. I mean, you telling me y'all all picked this same guy here?
But you see,
and then like the dude handsome. You know what I'm saying? Like
here's the reality.
It ain't like, you know what I'm saying, them girls probably couldn't get better.
I think he was related to Young Dolph. I'm not sure how, maybe cousin, brother.
Oh, okay, so that could have been his status.
You could understand
in the city, he could have been that dude.
You could and again, on the local city level,
he could have been that dude.
You could understand these women.
He ride around.
Where are you from? What city? Memphis?
Memphis.
You can imagine what's around the neighborhood they're at. You're in the club scene. He's a local celebrity.
Yeah.
He beating the frames down, drop a stack on them. You get what I'm saying?
That's true.
Jewelry all in their face, smoking the best perk, whatever. So now the mindset goes to, okay, well, I mean, every other girl did it. If I could ask these women, I would love to know, do y'all have fathers? Where's the brothers?
No, most don't.
I guarantee they're not in their life. I guarantee majority say, father's not in my life. What neighborhood makes a difference? So, because there ain't no woman in their right mind going to say, man, you got how many kids? 14? Okay. Like you got 14 kids and you want me to have like another one or two with you?
Right.
Like, and you probably on child support with all the other 14 too. But
correct.
Let's be real. Honestly, we know you ain't paying.
Yeah.
So, and again, I don't know the brother, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
What person would say, let me increase it to 22? Because I heard, if I'm correct, I think he just had triplets.
You just had triplets? Oh, damn.
And people, this is a real problem. Women, y'all want to know why men have kids with so many women? One, because we're just petty. And we love different women.
Yeah.
Different cultures, different ethnicities.
Yeah.
We like to have a little Puerto Rican, a little Dominican, a little Cuban. You know what I mean?
That's really the
we like to have a little Hawaiian, you know what I'm saying?
That's why some men do it because
and that's
so bad.
just how petty some men are, too.
She's so bad.
We know some men know they ain't gonna take care of the kids. They know when they have kids with you, they know that you're gonna take care of all the kids. That's gonna be your problem.
You're such a good woman, you got it. You're gonna be a good mom.
You're gonna work 9 to 5, you're gonna work 50 hours a week, you're gonna slave mentally, you're gonna pay all the bills, and I'm gonna come in during tax season and just claim the kids.
Yeah.
That's how reckless a lot of men are, because a lot of them are mentally immature. Now, the real question is, it goes back to this too now. Is it all the man's fault? Is it really all the man's fault? Could there have been preventative measures to the situation?
It takes two to tango, so no.
Could we have made better decisions as adults?
Correct. He definitely should have pulled out, but
let's be real. We got to be real about it.
He shouldn't have pulled in. He shouldn't have pulled in with the roof off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Now, let's be real. Some of these dudes out here don't even get tested the whole year. They don't even know they got chlamydia. Like some dudes been living with chlamydia a decade now.
Some dudes don't even know what antibiotics is.
Yeah. Them boys got chlamydia all in their body. You know what I'm saying? They got chlamydia, deodorant, chlamydia, toothpaste, mouthwash. You understand? Like, really think about it. There's some men that don't get HIV tested for years. Like, if it wasn't for and when you think about it, I can't even say a job because unless you got to be mature to say I'm going to go get tested for everything, because there's nothing that forces you to get tested for STDs or HIV. Nothing. It's just TV stations, infomercials. Yeah.
No, unless they start getting hot down there.
Yeah.
Then they start being like, God damn, what's wrong with me, bro? Man, what this is? What this big ass?
And then somebody get positive. Now that he did me like that? No, and he ain't with 3 years. Never been tested. You know what I'm saying? He gotta blame it on somebody.
This shit been dormant for so long. This shit been dormant for so long. He got this shit in 2012.
People, put your comments below. We're talking about the honest truth. We're trying to understand, why do men have kids with multiple women? We talked about the pettiness. Men just simply want to have their cake and eat it too. They want all different type of cultures. We talked about the point that a lot of men are just not responsible. Because at the end of the day, they know if they have kids, they're going to leave the kid with you, and you're going to take care of all the responsibilities, and they're not going to do anything. They know the third is also, too, recklessness. At the end of the day, some men are just naturally reckless.
Yeah, he's reckless.
I'm just going to keep having kids back to back.
Oh, you pregnant? Oh, my bad.
Two, 3 baby mamas delivering kids the same month.
Yeah.
It's no big deal to them because all of it goes back to the same thing. They know they don't have to take care of the kids. And some of you women are going to say to yourself, oh, I'm not going to put them on child support. People, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a child support fan. The system, I'm a child support fan. The system was made for a reason. Child support was made for a reason. I'm sorry. For men that don't want to take care of their kids, that's why they made child support. That's why they made the system. The system will put you in your place. Okay, that's just the reality. Now, for women that decide, look, I ain't putting them on child support, that's on you. Rachel put a comment. Rachel was popping. People, put your comments below. We're talking, why do men have kids with multiple women? Why? Is it just pettiness? Is it just them knowing that they don't have to be responsible? Because a lot of women, you take care of the kids when the man just disappeared. So a lot of men are like, well, damn, if she did it, let me go try another woman. Let me go try 2 more women.
Big facts.
And let me see if they can take care of the kids. Because that's why a lot of men feel like it ain't really hard having kids. It ain't really hard having kids because you don't have to babysit it. Yeah. You don't have to babysit the child. You don't have to read the child books at night.
That's facts.
You don't have to wake up early to bring the child to school.
Do no work.
You ain't have to fix the lunch for the child at night. So you don't understand the responsibility that comes with it.
Correct.
You just laying the pipe down, giving the baby mother, here's $400 for the month.
Yeah.
And in the man's mind, man, she good, man. I just gave her something, man. She's straight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's some street boy.
Yeah, so she good.
She got a man boy.
Look, I'm gonna be honest. Rachel says, I met a guy with 6 kids. I mean, once you met him, you should have just say, they ain't really age. But let me see what she said. Let me continue to say because I would say with 6. I met a guy with 6 kids, but she said she met him. She ain't dated him. I'm gonna continue to say.
Okay.
She said she met him. Meeting because again, you can meet a guy anywhere.
Yeah, Rachel.
I'm washing clothes. I'm whatever. I'm at a laundry man. I met him. I'm at Publix. I met him. I'm at Walmart. I met him. She said she dated him. I met him. I met a guy with 6 kids and 6 baby mamas.
6?
Oh my God.
So hold on, he did it 6 times?
She met a man with 6 kids, 6 baby mamas. She ran out of there so fast.
Man, Rachel, you lying. I don't believe it.
Rachel said she got her ass up out of there.
I don't believe it.
Rachel decided to run.
Ain't no way, boy. Ain't no way.
No, there's a lot of men with a lot
Ain't no way, boy.
There's a lot of men with that amount of kids. There's a lot of men with that amount of kids.
No, but it's not about the amount of kids. It's the amount of baby mamas. The ratio is 1-to-1 for each.
But you would have thought.
You mean you got 6 different women pregnant and they all gave you one child? That's ridiculous.
But think about
she could have been number 7.
But you also understand too, there's a lot of men that lie about kids they have.
Yeah, this boy don't miss. God dang.
I've met dudes that say, "Oh, I only got 3 kids."
And they
That's 3 in Florida.
3 in Florida.
That's 3 in Florida. 2 in Georgia.
That you ever gonna meet.
And when you think about it, they're gonna be all in the hot cities.
Yeah, hot cities.
3 in
hot
Houston.
Atlanta.
You know what I'm saying?
Houston, Atlanta, Vegas. You know what I'm saying?
And that's just the honest truth because they say even when you talk about Atlanta, right? Shout out to Atlanta, but there's a high ratio of women to men.
Correct.
And you got to understand how territorial women are, and also how vulnerable women are. Especially in this world right now, how a lot of women can't find a good man.
Yeah, they don't know what's good and what's not.
And they're reaching that 40 years of age. Hold on. Damn, if you really ask a woman, right?
Good.
Imagine you ask a woman, what's more important, marriage or kids?
Oh, them kids important. Them kids more important.
You reaching 40, what's more important?
It's kids. They don't want to just be married.
Because you can get married anytime, right?
Yeah, they want to have kids, man.
But the kids, there's a time. There's not really an expiration, but it gets more risky.
Also, an expiration. You ain't having no kids at 50, so it's an expiration. You don't want to be 50 having kids. You know what I'm saying? You want to put your body isn't even designed to do that at a later age. You know, but I think
Wayne was popping.
I don't know, man. I just think here's what it is, man. I just believe it's all the men who are not the best equipped are the ones having the most. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
How many kids, Michael Jordan got? How many kids, Elon Musk got? How many kids, Obama got? You know what I'm saying? Like, they only got a handful. They got enough that they can take care of based on their
finances. And these are billionaires.
You know what I'm saying? These people who got money. Okay, so what I mean by that, not just money, but they're successful, they're in their careers, they're notable people. Okay, now, let's go back to the average Joe.
Correct.
You have, Stefan, who's a forklift driver who got 6, who got 5. You know what I'm saying? Or who got 4. And listen, if you got that, that's fine. But my point is, if you know your job doesn't allow you to have the lifestyle of having all these children,
why do it to yourself?
Not only that, but where are these? I mean, I can't even say words because there's a lot of women out here. It's more than us, but it's
it's a lot of women. It's a lot of women.
A lot of them that'll settle for just anything because they don't even think past tomorrow.
You gotta really think about it, and I'm gonna speak on that. How you say settle for anything?
They don't think past tomorrow.
Is it true to believe women that let's think about this? Women that go to school for some high elite occupations, they don't have time to understand what a good man is. Think about it. Yeah. You're in nursing school every day, clinicals.
Yeah, doctor of nursing.
You're a practitioner. You're a lawyer.
Yeah.
When do you have time to really date?
Yeah.
Especially when you're in that schooling period for 5 to 8 years.
Yeah, you gotta be hitting the books.
Then you just catching dudes with pretty eyes, tatted up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Height level requirement is in position.
Right.
Whatever that is.
Yeah, he makes you feel right.
He makes you feel right, taking you to Pound Town. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna go ahead.
That's all you start to accustom. That's all you start to put your mind to, and you customize yourself to that level. To understand, okay, well, this all makes sense to me. This is all I understand.
Right, and not understanding that love, there's a difference between men and there's a difference between quality men.
Oh, for sure.
Quality men doesn't always matter.
For sure.
It doesn't automatically mean
sure.
Quality men are rich. When we say quality men, we're talking about quality mindsets, right? These men may just be the local barber who owns his own business. But he's a quality man.
100%.
See what I'm saying? Meaning he's thinking beyond just cutting hair. He's setting it up to where he can remove himself, move into a franchise. He's franchise thinking.
Correct.
So I'm saying he understands that.
Correct.
He wasn't given. Chairs aren't just given to us. You know what I'm saying? He understands that chairs come from wood, right?
Correct.
Meaning he's given the raw material and he can create what he needs to create with it. Those types of men understand a little bit differently. You know what I'm saying? Those are the men that can not only lead, but they have more insight to say, okay, if they're arguing with their woman, you know what, you're right, baby. I'm not gonna go through this right now with you, but I think here's what we need to do.
Correct.
And understands how to not shut you up, but how to calm you back down, how to calm himself down and get you both to the finish line of this back and forth. It's not an argument, baby. We're just agreeing to disagree. But here's what we're gonna do. Here's how we're gonna meet each other in the middle. That's a man that not only can lead you in that aspect, right, which is very important because that's the day-to-day.
Very true.
That's the day-to-day. He can also lead you in, I don't think you should do this. Let's go ahead and get an account here so we can
He's giving you resolutions.
He's a problem solver, not I'm going to let you just figure it out. Now, some dynamics are going to be the woman is the problem solver.
Correct.
Cool. She's the PhD. You're just the blue-collar guy. That's cool. But there still needs to be a defined level of leadership. And I always believe leadership should not be aligned to, there shouldn't be a co-head. We're not co-CEOs. No. I'm the CEO, you're the COO. So you handle operations, but I'm the one that the buck stops here.
But you see,
you know what I'm saying? I feel like it's not aligned correctly. Now, whether he's putting her in a position to feel like he could lead, and we can debate on that all day. I'm just saying most relations don't have that defined because most men have never also been taught how to be men, how to be quality men. A lot of men don't even know how to tie a tie. A lot of men don't know how to do a lot of things that men should know how to do. And if you don't, it's fine. You can easily just go to YouTube and learn. I mean, this is not a judgment thing. What we're saying is that a lot of men also have not been equipped with the right armor to go in the field. They just in the field.
Well, it's true, and like you say, that excuse can't work anymore because the reality now, YouTube exists, Google exists.
Yeah,
there's
answers.
We're in the information age. There's options, and there's too much information out there that really teach you.
They got how to YouTube channels made for the dad you never had. You know what I mean? Like the dad you never had. Teach you how to change the tires. Teach you how to do all that.
There's mentors and all. There's relationship mentors.
Yeah.
There's so many videos on relationships and how to be a better man and whatever the case may be. Because again, that for a lot of men that like to play that game, and it's kind of weird to me, but it's true.
Yeah, I believe in that.
I see people were talking about tonight. Why do men have kids with multiple women? One of the things we talked about is pettiness. Men are just simply petty.
We petty as hell.
We don't care. We're gonna have sex with different women just because they have different ethnicities.
Yeah.
We were territorial. We just want to make sure we have our cake and eat it too. And mentally, some men feel, well, if I have a child with her, I get to hit that for the rest of my life. I get to take her to pound town for the rest of my life, no matter who she's with.
Right.
Number two, no responsibilities. I know I don't have to. A lot of men that live this lifestyle, they don't take care of the kids.
Correct.
Usually it's the baby mother. She got to go to work every day, wake up early, go to sleep late, bring the child to school,
correct,
pick him up from school,
correct,
do all the work that he should be doing also. So at the end of the day, what's the point of him thinking twice about his scenarios of life?
Correct.
Because at the end of the day, you don't have to take care of his scenarios. You take care of all his responsibilities. And three is a lot of men are just reckless. I like what Wayne Williams just said. I was young, but I took care of mine. I respect you, boy. I respect you, Wayne.
Yeah.
Rachel says, true story. At least Rachel, when it came to the man with 6 kids, she says, at the end of the day, she says, honestly, she didn't ask enough questions. I didn't ask enough questions. Mama, I ain't gonna lie.
What questions you need to ask?
That's the first day. How many kids you got?
How many kids you got? How many baby mothers you got?
Woo!
Oh, you got this. This is what he told you.
6 kids, bro. I don't even want to finish eating dinner. I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Oh my God.
A woman tells me she had 6 kids. I don't even.
Yeah, I'm
no
not gonna waste your time, Mama.
You're a beautiful woman. I appreciate you coming out to this dinner.
I'm not in court for that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take care of this tab. But I'm gonna be honest, this is not gonna work.
Yeah.
This is not gonna work. And it's not gonna work for various reasons. And if you would like, I would love to discuss that with you if you want, or we could just continue.
Ain't no goddamn discussion.
There's no discussion because there's no 6 kids that's not yours. Imagine what man get 6 kids that's not mine.
Listen, it's not that it's a bad. The men who do that, listen, I applaud you.
I applaud you. I applaud you so hard. I'm applauding you so hard to make sure you don't blow over that.
Listen, because we need people who's gonna be in the trenches.
I ain't doing that. That's crazy.
That's why they got different. That's why they have different branches of military, right? They got the Army, they got Navy, they got
correct.
Everybody ain't gonna get in the trenches and be in the water with the. Some people just want to be in the jets. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. Everybody's not gonna fight the same fight. It's not everybody's equipped for that. You might be, the running back. Some people just want to be the quarterback. They don't want to get hit like that. You know what I'm saying? So some people just want to warm the bench up for you. You know what I'm saying? I'm second string and still get money. So my point is, when I say that as an example, is that some men are those men. They're designed, they're built for that. They have the heart for that. They have the wherewithal for that. They got maybe the money for that. To say, okay, I'm gonna pick you up, even with your 6, 7 kids, and because I like you so much. Now, that pool is very small, but
it exists.
It exists. So I don't want to say that for women to lose hope, but there's too many of y'all to try to focus on that. I think, and we're not talking to those women who have that, but what I'm saying is that for the ladies out here who wondering why these guys have so many. You should be, especially if you're under 30, looking at men who are 30 plus who have never had a child yet. Mm-hmm. Why? Because those men have intentionally made that decision. That was not by mistake. That was not by. This was intentional.
Man, now
listen. I've been built like this my whole life.
People imagine.
Up until 30 plus, you talking about not one, not two, not three. That's because that was intentional.
Yeah, you knew.
That was not
what
about,
you were doing.
it was a mistake and I got lucky. Ain't no get lucky.
It ain't no get lucky for no 30 years.
Yeah, 30 years you've been
You've been pounding women.
Yeah, 20 plus of those years you've been pounding, and you telling me you ain't.
No, it's
come
not
on.
luck.
No,
you know what you're doing.
No.
A wise man knows what he's doing.
Correct.
Have you ever been that type of man when you look at a woman like you, or you don't take her to pound time, you like, man, I'm glad I left you.
Yeah.
I'm glad I left this little woman alone. Because years later, you catch the woman, you like, hey, what's up, Bobby?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you understand, a lot of us get caught up in this.
Yeah.
The big issue with this is that I think with men, which is why the men who do this, I think women should stay away from with this long foot, with a long stick, is because, a lot of men make people who should be seasonal permanent in their life.
Oh, that's powerful. That's very true.
And that's just not men, that's just people.
For sure.
A lot of people keep people who should be seasonal people as permanent in their life. They give them permanent positions. And this person wasn't always, everybody who you meet, everybody who you deal with in a relationship, whatever, not everyone is meant to be permanent.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Some people are meant to be there just for the season. Some people are meant to be there just for part-time, to teach you something, to get you through something.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? Or get you past something. But some people are meant to be permanent. These are the people, in my belief, who have the best foundation, beliefs, mental. These are the men you want to keep. Who they're gonna give you great advice. There are certain people who are the cream of the crop, creme de la creme. These are the people who I believe are supposed to be permanent in a sense, but permanent if you're ready for that. Because you may have a cream of the crop person, but you ain't ready to keep that person in your life because you just
it's true because it comes with
it goes both ways.
It goes both ways because a woman to enjoy that cream of the crop
type of person, yeah,
you have to be in order.
Correct, 100%.
A man that has his ish in order. He'll take a couple things that's off. 20% of your life is okay, or 30% of it is not in order. But you 80% off.
Correct.
No savings, no credit. Don't know what you want in life. No structure. Mad at the world. Emotional issues.
Yeah.
Financial issues. Mental issues. No, I'm straight on that.
I posted that in my story. You probably saw it, but I posted that and I got it from one of those publications, Spiritual World, whoever. But it said, no, men are allowed, to not want you as well for having no car, no job, and not having.
For sure, it makes you like it's one way.
Like it's not. We're allowed to do that, but
for sure.
But don't get me wrong, we're not choosing because of that, right? And we're not supposed to. We make differently. But my point for all of this is that I think it's good that women at least have some type of an insight. Now, what we're saying is these are not the only reasons why that some men have multiple. It just ends up happening, and to me, if it just ends up happening, I put that in the reckless bucket because there's petty, reckless, and no responsibility.
Oh man!
So if it just happens, that's part of the reckless path, which we've all been reckless in our life in some form or fashion. It may not be relationship-wise. It could be financial. It could be educational. It could be life. It could be whatever. Yeah. Everybody's done some reckless stuff.
Everybody makes mistakes. Nobody's perfect. Everybody goes through things of life. Everybody goes through mistakes.
But mistakes and being reckless are two different things.
Correct.
Right. A mistake is warranted. Recklessness is habitual.
Yeah, you're repetitively doing the same thing over and over.
You could
baby mama after baby mama after baby mama after baby mama.
6 kids, 6 different women. You 6 for 6. That's reckless. That's
there's not
one mistake.
But you know what it is too.
1, okay, that's a mistake. 2, 3, 4, 5, you're a little reckless.
Yeah, you're reckless. Yeah, that's obviously. And then there's a lot of men that try to use that. Everything is blamed. They try to play the whole. Let me blame my baby mama. Oh, it's my baby mama. Why?
You blame this person.
I ain't have no father, man. I ain't. Or the reason, man, it's her, man. It's her. Why? She don't understand. You got 6 kids. She don't understand. You don't understand your responsibilities.
Correct.
You don't understand how to keep your thing in your pants. You don't understand how to be a man.
Put the roof up. You don't understand how to wrap it up.
That's the reality.
Yeah.
Let's see. Learning and Earning says marriage. I guess Learning and Earning says she waiting for marriage. I'm not having kids by myself. Let me tell you something. That's how you would love it to be. And again, that's the goal.
That's the goal.
That's the goal. In a perfect world, everybody would love to be married and have kids. That's the goal, especially if you're in a spiritual world. And I get it. I'm a man of spirituality. I'm not perfect. But sometimes life doesn't go the way you plan it because the man above has a whole different plan for you, right?
100%.
And I'm not going spiritual on that, but I'm just saying. And you're right. This is how it should go, marriage and kids. But here's the problem with today's society and the modern day women. What happens when you're getting that 38 is ticking? That 39 years of age is ticking. That 41 has ticked. That 42 has ticked up. You're not pregnant yet. And you love kids. You want kids. You want that generation. You want that generation to come. Damn, you found J5. You know what I'm saying? J5 caught you. Yeah, he you know what I mean? He giving you good convo. He pounding you down, right? He calling you beautiful. He got duffel bags on him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He always duffled up. You know that? Your mind, some women's minds say, well, J5, I know he don't make sense in reality. But the problem is I'm vulnerable and I need something that he has, even though I know it's not right for me. And that's where the problem starts.
Yeah, this is where I think that's where.
But learning and earning, shouts out to you. I love what you said. Marriage first. I'm not having kids by myself. That's how you need to stay. But time is ticking.
Correct.
I'm not sure your age.
And I don't think you should I don't think you should force children as well, because that's selfish also. So if the time is ticking and the time hasn't lined up for you to have kids, then that means you're not meant to have kids. That's just my opinion. So,
Maggie says, what?
Maggie said.
Maggie says, I think men who wasn't raised with strong family values would have kids with multiple women.
Yes and no, because there's no data to support that, but that is more likely to happen. Same way as women who have daddy issues would most likely be with these types of men, right? There's not enough data to support that, but we know that's most likely going to happen. But I think that it happens even a lot with men who do have those two family households.
Correct.
Even though they had two family households, that doesn't mean daddy wasn't in, there was no infidelity, daddy wasn't cheating. That doesn't mean that. That just means she decided to stay and he decided to stick it out, or they stuck it out even through thick and thin, which most people don't do in marriage. They don't go through thick and thin.
Correct.
Whatever you throw our way, we're gonna stay. Sickness, health.
I love what Maggie just said too. Maggie says being married doesn't guarantee you won't be raising kids yourself.
No, 100%.
Oh, facts.
100%.
And there's a lot. I love how she threw that because there's a lot of people that think, oh, just because I'm married, I'm good. No. You better pray your man is a supporter. You better pray your man is a team player. You better pray your man still love you years later when you gain weight, or even if you don't gain weight.
Yeah, but just
you better pray he
married,
doesn't change.
Right. There's a difference between that. Because you're married doesn't mean you have a marriage.
Ooh, I like that. Right.
So my point with that is that it's two different things. Because married is a certificate.
Correct.
Marriage is intangible. That's something that can't be written down. That's correct. That's a bond with you, that person, and God. Right. So, and there's commitment to that. There's focus in that. There's there's grit in that, because what do you do in a marriage when he cheats on you?
People, we're talking tonight why men have kids with multiple women. Mike, continue.
What do you do in a marriage when he cheats on you? You gonna walk out and leave? That's what a lot of these microwave marriages do now. They don't
walking away.
It doesn't withstand.
Running away from
it. Can't withstand the current world we're living in. We're not living in the 60s no more. Now your man, your husband, whoever you with, has access to go on Instagram just like you, right? It doesn't mean he's cheating, but once he clicks search and he likes, before he met you, all that's been saved. So now once he goes to the search option or explore page, there's a page full of women who look 100 times better than you. Doesn't matter how beautiful you are, because every man has a taste and a flavor.
It's different.
So now he's like, damn, the world of temptation has increased because access has increased. So what I'm saying is that just because you got the certificate, you got the ring, you spent 40 grand in one day, doesn't mean you have a marriage. Because there's going to be days, I don't even like this dude. I don't even like this girl. Why did I even marry this girl?
Because
how do you resolve that conflict?
Because I'm going to tell you one thing I always tell people, man, like, don't stop dating. Because If you're married, engaged, whatever, don't stop dating, because the problem with a lot of people when they get married, they get too comfortable.
Yeah, they stop dating each other.
Everybody start getting sloppy. Oh, I don't want to date no more. I'm getting comfortable.
Yeah. Oh, not tonight, man. I'm not in the mood. Okay. All right.
I'm not. You're not in the mood Monday. You're not in the mood Tuesday sexually. You're not in the mood Wednesday. You're not in the mood Thursday. All right, cool. Men ain't gonna take too much of that.
Yeah, I think that should be our next one. Aside from this, is
take too much
which is probably why some men have kids with multiple women, because that's another point we can go into as well, because that'll be probably another topic we'll talk about.
Correct.
What causes infidelity a lot on the men's side, like what makes men even do that? Because
men cheat.
Why do men cheat? Part 2. I think we did.
Yeah, we did part 1. We need to go do a part 2. Why
part 2? Even in a real relationship committed, but a lot of it ends up stemming from that. First they stopped dating each other. Not just her fault; it's his fault. Because he stopped dating her to get her to that point to arouse her, right? But sex game is just garbage, man. It's Burger King level.
Yeah, and once you get there,
filet mignon, Chris level. Now it's Burger King level. It's like, it's like fast food when it used to be gourmet, and hence why he put the ring on it. Let's just be honest, guys putting the ring on it because he don't want nobody else touching that box. He don't want nobody else touching that.
That's one of the main reasons.
Your body is for him. He doesn't want nobody else. He loves you so much, additional to the physical. He loves you so much. But besides that, because we wake up every morning, we're reminded who we are. He don't want nobody else touching that. And
it is true.
It's just what it is,
People, tonight this topic was brought to you by a lovely young lady. Really, she wanted us to talk about it. And I want you guys to know, again, the goal is to have you guys date better. This topic was why men have kids with multiple women. Women, I want to first speak to you. Think about your choices, because a lot of women are emotional. Think about your choices when you're dating men. We always talk about, which we have a free PDF. You could always email us at mentorme@gmail. And this is a vetting PDF, which teaches you questions to ask on the first and second date,
right? Which
could stop you from going on date number 3. Correct. Because the problem is, a lot of women, you guys are on date number 7. You've been wasting your time, and you're about to put yourself in a real bad situation if you don't pull yourself emotionally out.
You're letting them hit after the 3rd date. Next thing you know, date number 7, you get pregnant. And we didn't plan for this.
Exactly.
Of course, I didn't plan for this, because you ain't demanding no condom. He ain't think he needed one. And y'all just was feeling the moment. And for the men, before I let Mike do his thing, is men understand a child is not just a $400 a month payment. $400. Some men think as long as I give a woman money, the child should be good. There's time, there's leadership, there's fatherhood, there's that's
reading.
That's why we even doing
there's
this.
There's a lot of issues. This is why this live exists, because there has been no direction on dating. And when you fathers go have kids with multiple women and leave these women in a real dark place, they grow up in this world dating without foresight, without light, dating horrible, bad quality men for all the wrong reasons: status, money, sense of humor, things that is important to a certain degree when it comes to living, but that's not the most important. There's intangibles that come with long-term growth. Correct. When raising a child. So fellas, look, I get it. Sometimes you just feel good. Yeah. I can't tell you what to do. Your pull-out game sometimes is kind of weak. Step it up and pull out early. Better yet, just get on contraceptives. Yeah, wrap it up. Just wrap it up. That's all I'm saying. Because at the end of the day,
everybody hit it. Yourself, her.
Imagine the
your
world.
Family, her family.
People, kids nowadays don't cost no $5,000 a year.
Teachers,
20, 30, 40, 50. Kids could cost an easy $50,000, $70,000, $80,000 a year.
Right now, to that point, the average, as we speak right now in today's dollars, to raise a child to 18, is about $18 to $20,000 a year. Average.
Average.
So that means there's a higher end and there's a lower end, but the middle is about $20,000. Like 18,000 actually.
Daycare, after school care.
Daycare by itself is like a rent.
You better pray the child doesn't have a disorder.
Oh.
Then there's another expense coming. Feeding the child, time management. People understand. There's women, they would love to get a better paying job. They can't because the child is priority. And that decision was made between two individuals, grown adults.
Correct.
So men, all I'm saying, be fair to these women. You know what I'm saying? Think about your decision. If you know you ain't gonna step in this kid's life, think about this. Is it fair to the kids? If you know your pocket's weak, if you know you over here selling little Q bags and I don't know what weed you call, what you dime bags, boss man, I ain't gonna pay for shit.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Let's just stop the BS.
That's not gonna last forever.
And just let just take the woman to Pound Town if that's what you want, and just let her live.
Yeah.
But women, also be smart about your life. You will buy from mentorme.com alongside Mike the
advisor. It's your boy Mike the advisor. Appreciate y'all.
People, we gone tonight. People, enjoy your life. Enjoy your night. We'll see you guys next Tuesday. Of course, the Financial Tuesdays. I got a great interview this Tuesday night. Make sure you tune in.
After this week, though, just so you guys know, we will be taking probably like a 1 or 2 week hiatus, a break.
Yeah.
We got some things we got to line up, some other cities we got to visit, some business we got to handle. But we'll let you know something about the next live.
Yeah, for sure.
By the next live,
Sure.
how long it'll probably be. It'll probably just be a week, but we'll miss 1 week.
For sure.
But yeah, listen, we appreciate y'all tuning into the Painful Truth as always.
This is your boy Bob from Mentourme. Make sure y'all get on Spotify, support the movement. You can now sponsor on Spotify. It's only $9.99 a month. Nice. Make sure you get on that. People, it's only $10. That don't kill you. Get on Spotify, support the movement, Mentourme. Enjoy your night, people.
Appreciate y'all. Yeah, man.